Good morning, not good morning, good afternoon, my friends, on a Sunday afternoon. It's about almost 4:30, and it's getting dark here in the sunny California. Now, one of the things that I wanted to go into right now was that we got a lot of things going on the pike right now, and a lot of times I don't do videos when there's nothing that interests me too far, and so I have to wait for something to come along, and then you might not see me post a video for a while. Today is a very interesting day. So they told us that they didn't want us here in this state to go outside after 10 o'clock at night or 5 o'clock in the morning. Well, gee, that's kind of an interesting thing because when you stop and think about it, it comes to find out that you can go out and look at the stars at night. Now, that doesn't mean you can't go out in your yard and look, but many people don't anyway. And so if you were told, well, you gotta stay in the house, a lot of people wouldn't be out there anyway. Now, I think it's going to be tomorrow night. There's going to be a lunar eclipse. It's one of those rare ones where it goes through the Earth's shadow and then we don't see it. Okay? And the day before that, there was an alignment of all the planets in one straight line. So I had to go somewhere after this one football game was near over. My friend took off, and I'm not a fan of that team anyway. So I went off to this little store that's far away. Not far away, not that far away. And I went up the street, and man, the sky. See, now a lot of people like me, we know what the difference between a contrail and a cloud is, okay? We're not clouds, these are not contrails. This is what people call chemtrails. And what are they doing? They're chemtrailing the sun. Gee, could it be that because out that way is south, could it be that our buddy is sitting right out there and maybe not really able to see, but you never know. And at nighttime, you might just be able to see out that way. Now tonight, I might go out there and look. I took a picture of it, but the only way I could get to show it to you here would be if I did a live video or something, and maybe I wanted to use it as the little caption first or whatever, or maybe I used a different device and showed you the picture, but that was an obvious chemtrail. And there were lots of them all over. I haven't seen those in a couple of years here. So here they are telling us, oh, you got to stay inside, and you can't go here, and you can't go there, because, oh, you never know, and oh my God, and Thanksgiving and Christmas. Now, I'm going to tell you this because I'm not telling you, again, I'm not coming out here and telling any of you guys that COVID-19 is fake. A lot of you guys may believe it's fake. I don't. Now, my mother, as I've told you guys, is in a nursing home, and it was on the news that this said nursing home has actually had COVID. My mother supposedly has it, but I called the last 3 days, and every day her vitals are good. So if she carries this another couple more days, she's probably going to be okay. Now, she is 86 years old, and so, that can be complicated. But anyway, again, I've told you, I don't believe the thing is fake. I do believe it is real, but I do believe it's more of an iron oxide coming off of a planet that's passing through us, and that stuff's coming into the atmosphere. It's airborne. You can breathe it, but I got to say, I'm not the biggest masker. I only wear my mask like when I'm at work. Or if I'm on the street and I see someone, because I'm by myself, I don't wear it, okay? But the skies are pretty chemtrailed tonight. They're chemtrailed, big time. And right about where that is, when the moon's going to be over there, that's like I told you, when I see that little red dot, that's where it is. Now, all of a sudden, chem in the sky like nuts, only over there. They have proven, and you can go on YouTube anytime you want to check it out, find out about military naval planes that do chemtrail spraying. They call it geoengineering. What's geoengineering? They're blocking the sun for one reason. Who knows why? Maybe they don't want all that light in here. Maybe it's ultraviolet and it's all real bad for us. I don't know. Gamma rays, who knows? But anyway, they're doing that. Now, all of a sudden, things begin to go bigger all over the world. That thing with Iran is kind of interesting. One of the things I read about in an article, so I'm not telling you, it's just something that I read. They are saying that the current administration has something to do with this guy in Iran because they felt that this guy was a buddy-buddy of the new administration coming in, and rather than them buddy-buddy up to them, that's why the guy's no longer here. That's hearsay. I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying it isn't. It's just for you guys to figure out on your own. So then the other thing is the voting. Oh, Biden has the most votes of anybody. Well, that's not necessarily really true, because if you go and look at it, Ronald Reagan took 515 or more electoral votes. He took every single state but one. And you're going to tell me that Sleepy Joe beat him. I call bullshit. Bullshit. A lot of things are coming. Oh, Iran can't do anything. Baloney, they can't. So you got that. Then you got Israel. China's ramping their shit up. Kim Jong-un is taking people's heads for COVID. You're having Allah Akbar all over Europe. Remember, we haven't had a lot of Allah Akbar here in the last 4 years. So keep your mind and eyes open for that one. But my mind takes some time to take my mind to understand. It takes a while to flip to the gear. And finally, I realized they don't want us on the California coast to go out at night. Oh no, don't go out between 10 and 5. Oh, we catch COVID. Really? Since when is a time frame a better time to catch COVID than not? Huh. Oh, coming Christmas. This is all going to be really bad, and you better stay in. Is it because of a threat from space? Boo! Or something else? Again, I'm not telling you guys that COVID's fake. But I'm telling you, as I've said before, a false flag, which we've done before. False flag. This is a little bitty flashlight. I think still works. One of my old survival things that's kind of broken, but still works. But this is a flashlight. Now, guess what? This is the same flashlight. It is. False flag. No, it isn't. It's Luigi. But I'm telling you it's that it's this flashlight. Now, you're supposed to be a believer and say, yes, it is. It's a flashlight, just like that one. When in essence, it's not that. So, false flag. Use a pandemic that just so happened to happen. Bob Fletcher talked about pandemics. Use a pandemic, use that. Then come around and say, oh, this is all this, and this is that, and da-da-da. Chaos ensues. Things happen. And again, as I told you, in their way, they're telling you that it's here without telling you. Because what are you guys doing? You guys are all running out to the store. You're buying toilet paper up by the bundles. You're going out there. You're buying up food. You're buying up water. You're buying up all this stuff. And guess what? You're supplied. Without you doing it yourself. Well, you did it, but without just going out and thinking, man, you know, maybe I should have all this stuff. No. So the government does have good people in it, just not all. In their way, they're trying to tell you. In their way. Also, they're coming out with some of this other stuff, and they're saying, look at all these planets that one time harbored water and life. And wow, there was a flood here on this planet. But it was so big, the people left it. Gee, that's Mars. Wow, now they want to go back to the motherland, the real home. Another thing, and I will never tell any of my followers here that I know more biblically than you, but I know a lot more biblically than some. And I'm not the biggest Bible reader. I'm not the biggest church goer. I haven't been to church in years. But I have read a lot of certain scriptures. A lot of them are happening. This Iran thing, if it gets much worse, could be part of it. Oh, nothing's going to happen. Yeah, nothing. Don't count your horses on that one. So, this whole video really came out as a, gee, you know, they're telling us to stay in the house. But then, it's kind of funny because The thing is, maybe there's a reason to stay in your house, and it ain't COVID. Maybe there's something else. But most people, oh no, I have to live. And to one of my old subscribers, if you're even still here, I think I subscribe to you. I won't name you. The reason why I go on your Facebook and tell you things that I don't believe is because you used to believe what I told you, and now you don't. That was 2012. There was a lot more to 2012 than a lot of people thought. Do I think that's going to happen this year? No. Is it going to happen next year? I don't know. Will it happen before 2068? I believe that'll happen. Will it happen before 2050? Maybe. Will I still be here? Probably. But by the time they get all this done, and they decide to either put a QR code in your phone saying you've had COVID shot, or chip you, that's coming sooner than you think. Cashless society is already here. You sit there and tell me that it isn't. Well, how many of us do pay cash? Some do, and I carry a little bit with me, but on the whole, what do? I go up, I use my debit card or my phone, and I don't ever use cash. Every time a homeless person comes up to me, even if I wanted to help them, all I can tell them is, I just carry plastic, dude. I'm not going to an ATM. So cashless society is already here, whether you guys believe it or not. Everywhere I go, everybody's using their card. They're not using cash. So right now, you are in a cashless society. Anyway, this whole video, like I said, began over a Chem Trail. I haven't seen Chem Trails in years. I'm going out towards this store and I go, God dang, look at these Chem Trails. They're all over the place and only out there where the sun is. It goes down in the west, but it's more south, the whole area. Southwest. Kind of interesting. I'm going to tell you this before I leave this video, because this is something I heard today. And you know what? I actually remembered that was the whole sole reason why I came into YouTube and why I did what I did. It wasn't to come on here and gain 300 subscribers like I had, or 400, which is what I had at the end. It was to reach the one. And if it reached one, and that person took what I told them, stocked up, got supplied, had everything they needed, did all the necessary steps, and maybe down the line, through what I told them, saved them, then my job was done. I think that's already happened because on my older channel, I got a few people there. I hardly ever do uploaded videos there anymore. I may do another one here just for the hell of it. But I think I have affected a couple people. And if that worked, that's all I came here for. It wasn't to get masses. It wasn't to get thousands of subscribers. It wasn't to go on TV and talk to all these other people. It was just to reach a few. And I think that's what happened. One of the guys who sparked me, and I'll name him because he's out there, and a few of you guys probably subscribe to him. One of the guys who actually kind of helped make this channel, there's two people. One of them was a guy, and I won't name him, but he doesn't have any content. But he was a guy who came on and whatever, and I did my thing. The other guy that really got me going, that really started me, was a guy named Bo's Nose Entertainment. So if any of you guys subscribed to him, he was one of the guys that got my channel kind of off the ground and it began to go. And he would like my videos and share them, and then people saw them, and because he shared them, these people would come, and that's where I got my 400 subscribers. He began helping my channel. I mean, they wanted more out of me. They wanted me to go on radio, internet radio, and interview here and do this there and do all this there. But I turned that down because I didn't want to get made, be mocked and, oh, this guy's crazy and he not knows what he talk about like Von Helton used to. Remember him? There's channels that still follow him, but he doesn't have a channel. I think Von is off there on Patreon taking money. To all you guys who have Patreon, that's okay. I went there. I'm not going to pay to be on the site, and I don't want you to pay to watch me. Well, my information is here for you guys to know and take some from, and maybe you will learn from it, and maybe it will help you. And that's what I thought later on in my little thing was, My sole purpose for really creating this channel a second time was to come on here, and if I could influence even one person into believing that there is a pole shift coming and global warming is part of it, but it's really a pole shift, that you're not got anything to do with any of this. Michio Kaku talked about it, and then the other guy, Neil deGrasse Tyson, talked about similar things. And Yellowstone, they talked about, which is overdue. So anyway, my friends, I'm going to leave this video. I might get back to you again throughout the week. Maybe I won't. But again, like I said, my end goal was to influence at least one. I think that's happened. You guys take a really good care and have a great Sunday, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.